Is following a question from Jill regarding the optimization and what happens when a priority changes whilst we are at suction. So currently we have a site that's sat at suction. Our priority 1 engine is at maximum load, priority 2 is slightly lower, and our priority 3 is down at minimum load. So we're maintaining suction on the site. So now everything is okay and we're fully optimized. However, if we now change the priority, or the calculated priority from Insight changes, maybe some work's been done on an engine and it's now deemed as being a priority 1. So if that changes whilst we're at suction, what we'll see now is that there's a timer that runs in the background to detect changes. So every 30 seconds I'm looking at the current Insight and see if that is equal or not equal to the old register setting, so similar to what we do with the suction. So now you can see that we've noticed that our priority's changed. So now what we're doing is we're increasing our set point on Genset 3, which is now a priority 1 engine. And what we're then going to do is we're pushing out of suction again. So what we'll do is start to bring down our priority 2 engine to give some balance to the site. I've got a small issue at the moment whereby the engine that's increasing reaches its maximum load before I step on and begin decreasing the second gen set. So I need to get to the bottom of that. But you can see now that when we've changed that priority, we are pushing up the priority 1 engine to maximise its load, and it's almost at its available capacity. And once that's reached, we'll then attempt to balance the site by initiating a derate of the priority 2 engine. So now that begins to derate in an attempt to bring us down to our suction target. So now I'm down almost at minimum load, but I'm still not at suction. So what we do now is we'll begin to derate the 2 priority 1 engines together, so that they have an equal load, an equal share of the load, and now we're back at suction again. So you can see now that our 2 priority engines are up there equal load, at the best possible load they can be, and our priority 2 engine is down at minimum load. So now if I change this priority and make this a priority 3 engine, so engine 1 has gone from being a priority 1 to a priority 3 engine, I can see that I have capacity at both my priority 1, Genset 3, and my priority 2, Genset 2. So those will push up now. And we're also decreasing the load on Genset 1 to try and keep us at the best possible suction. So now you can see that Genset 3, which is priority 1, has reached his available capacity. Genset 2 is still increasing, and he will continue to increase until he reaches his available capacity. Now you can see here that the priority 3 engine, which is now engine 1, has reached his minimum load, but we still continue to climb on Genset 2 up to his available capacity. This is so that the engines can then see how far away we are from our suction set point. So we've reached available, and now we'll go into a load down scenario where we can't load down anymore on Genset 3. So Genset 2 has gone up to his available, and he's now coming back down to control to suction. The optimization itself is over. So he's now coming down to reach our suction set point, and now we're back at suction again and everything is fine. So now if I put the engines back as they were originally, with engine 1, 2 and 3 with the respective priorities, we can see now that the site will now go into an optimization mode. We can see that we've got totally different priorities now. So now, after the time delay where we've made the changes, we will then start to optimize the site. So Genset 1 and Genset 2 are both doing a load increase, and Genset 3 is doing a load reduction. So you notice now that our Genset 2 has reached available capacity because of the starting point of the load of the engine was higher. So he's reached available capacity first. We're still increasing on Genset 1, our priority 1 engine, and we're still reducing on our priority 3 engine, Genset 3. And now that's almost at minimum load, which it is now, and our priority 1 engine is just reaching its available capacity, but now we still have a discrepancy in our suction. So the only engine that we can now make a change to is our priority 2 engine, because priority 3, Genset 3, is already at minimum load. So we'll control down now until we meet our suction target, and then the site is back balanced again in the best commercial way.